We are going to be looking at some disturbing videos, strange and odd news stories, and as always, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. So in my last couple of videos that had to do about the Pope, the Vatican, and they are opening up these 5 holy sacred portals, I said in those videos we are seeing and hearing a lot of portal news stories and a lot of portal imagery as of 2024. Matter of fact, if you go through my video history, you'll know that I made plenty of videos on this topic when it comes to different news stories and portals, again, as of 2024. There has actually been another interesting news story involving portals, and I really did not want to talk about this story or make a video about it, but I made an interesting connection right back to Cern. Now, of course, anytime there is a Cern story or a connection to Cern, I will be all over it. But anyway, what am I talking about? I am reading this article from Popular Mechanics. This article was published on December 23rd, 2024. And remember, this is also all around the same time of the Vatican opening up these 5 holy sacred portals. So I am sure this is all one big quote-unquote coinkerdinker. But anyway, the title of this article happens to be, "Scientists are pretty sure they found a portal to the 5th dimension." The particle helping them find or open up this 5th dimension would be something called fermions, which would act like dark matter. And this article goes on to say that dark matter could be the result of fermions pushed into a warped 5th dimension. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and read the whole article, but it also says that this theory builds on an idea first stated in 1999, but is unique in its findings. And this is usually seen in multiple strange news stories where they'll go ahead and state something that's absolutely strange in a first, but they'll also mention something happening in the past to make it seem like it's a normal occurrence. The article goes on to say that scientists say they can explain dark matter by positioning a particle that links to a 5th dimension. These studies seek to explain the presence of dark matter using a WED model. These scientists studied fermion masses, which they believe could be communicated into the 5th dimension through portals creating dark matter relics and fermionic dark matter. Why does it sound like demonic? But anyway, within the 5th dimension. So it sounds like they want to create dark matter relics, which in actuality, to them anyway, is a portal, quote unquote, particles. So the question happens to be, what is this dark matter and where are they getting it from? What is this 5th dimension? Because they say that while dark matter makes up most of the known universe, dark matter is difficult to observe, or scientists have so far not been able to observe dark matter. So this is where I'm reminded of a story. This is where I'm reminded of Cern and made that Cern connection, because on April 8th, the day of the solar eclipse, Cern was active. They had fired up the Large Hadron Collider. They said that supposedly, anyway, they fired up the Large Hadron Collider on April 5th because they were ahead of schedule. But I believe they changed that date because a lot of people were asking, why is CERN starting up on the day of the solar eclipse? But anyway, it does not matter what day they actually started the Large Hadron Collider, because the Large Hadron Collider was active on the day of the solar eclipse, April 8th. And what were they doing? Well, CERN was hunting and looking for dark matter. Multiple news agencies were talking about this, but I'm reading this article from the Daily Mail, which was published on March 28th, 2024, and this article is titled, "CERN to test the world's most powerful particle accelerator during April solar eclipse to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe." So on the day of the solar eclipse, CERN was smashing particles together to search for this dark matter. And in this article here, it states that now the team has restarted the LHC with hopes of unraveling more mysteries of the universe, specifically dark matter. The article continues to say, on April 8th, the team will send the beams through the tunnel where they will collide. The team will be on the hunt for dark matter, which makes up around 28% of our massive universe, but it has never been seen or proven. This work will give them insights into the formation of the universe and even its ultimate fate. The experiment is scheduled to occur on the same day as the Great North American Solar Eclipse. Their answer as to why they are hunting for this dark matter during the solar eclipse was to help them understand further what came before the Big Bang and during the Big Bang. But does anybody honestly believe that CERN is spending billions of dollars and all this energy just to get an answer for the Big Bang? I mean, if you honestly believe that, all you have to do is write me a check for $20,000, wait till it clears, and I'll go ahead and send you your own personal Large Hadron Collider. Of course, they are not doing all of this to get an answer for the Big Bang. But here's where things get more interesting, because on the exact same day of the solar eclipse, when the solar eclipse started on April 8th, this was the very first time that this black flying thing that I have made multiple videos on first appeared in Texas. This black thing that looks like a snake flying at high speeds in the air. But that's not all, because NASA was also active on this exact same day, firing all 3 rockets called a PEP, or the serpent, or in other words, the devil. So now we have this news article coming out on December 23rd where they say that scientists, and they never say which scientists or where they come from, but these scientists are using dark matter to open up these portals, which they are using these dark matter relics. But this isn't the first time that Cern has opened up portals or gateways to other dimensions. Remember that other news story that came out that I talk about often, where this 4th dimensional being, this ghost, this specter, which they call a neutrino or a ghost particle, came through, and it started to, I guess, fly all around the Cern laboratory. But anyway, going back to the Popular Mechanics article, it says that basically, a key piece of mathematics creates bulk masses of fermions that are manifested in the so-called 5th dimensional warp space. This pocket dark sector is one possible way to explain the huge amount of dark matter that so far has eluded detection using any traditional measurements designed for the standard model of physics. Fermions jammed through a portal to a warped 5th dimension could be acting as dark matter. So essentially, it sounds like they want to use these fermions and this dark matter relic to open up this 5th dimension to allow dark matter to cross over so they can communicate and observe this dark matter. Now, again, sounds very similar to that news story that came out where Cern had this 4th dimensional specter cross over. But now we're dealing, apparently, with the 5th dimension. But let's be honest, at the end of the day, does this really surprise anybody? Because for quite some time now, we have known that Cern has been opening up gateways, portals, to allow things to come through. They have been using catalysts. How many times did they have to release the fact checkers from their toilets and sewers that they reside in to let us know that Cern is definitely not opening a portal to hell? If this is such a crazy and kooky conspiracy theory, why even fact check it or even talk about it or even bring it up? Because this is just more of truth in plain sight. Yes, they are opening up portals at Cern. Like I said, I really don't believe there are people out there that really believe that Cern is doing all of this to get an answer for the Big Bang. And they had even shown us during the 2024 closing ceremony of the Olympics, which was all about portal imagery, that there will be these things crossing over. There was all these gray entities surrounding this portal, and if you look at them close up, they look very, very bizarre. But there were all these gray beings surrounding this portal, and what was coming through but a golden Voyager. And then inside of this portal, as this golden Voyager is coming through, we have this singer singing the hymn to Apollo. And there are many theories that believe that Cern sits on top of the temple of Apollo, or one of the locations anyway, that Cern actually stretches out to the temple of Apollo. They are nothing more than modern day ritualists at Cern. Now, I just find it very interesting. We have another story involving portals as 2024 ends and 2025 begins with a portal opening ceremony during the year of the snake. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.